Right then, Manchester United have finally got their man in Jadon Sancho. Rio, what does he bring to Manchester?
Woo!
Sancho's arrived. Sancho's here.
Feel good?
It feels beautiful, man. It
You know
feels
that's all we're
beautiful.
getting, don't you?
What do you mean?
That's birthday, Christmas, Easter, all in one.
Yeah, but listen, this where
Put the Argos catalogue away.
Can you do me a favour? Just put the stats on the screen. That's all I need to see, the data. Put the stats up. Stats don't lie. Listen, they can be punched around and massaged the way you want them, but in terms of goal involvements, in that last England squad in the Euro Championships, he was the second most goal involvements over 3 seasons. Fact.
Yeah, but
He's got to then naturally try and convert that to the Premier League, which is difficult. We've seen that's hard. But listen, I believe in Jadon Sancho, man. Since he was a kid, the kid's had hot press, hot expectations, had the bravery to leave Man City, go abroad. Personality, character.
I'm just looking. I'm
personality,
thinking,
character. He's gone away to listen. I ain't taking a new contract. I ain't waiting in Man City behind no one. I'm going to Dortmund. I'm going to do my thing.
How many people say to Pep, "No, I don't fucking think so," and he did.
That's what I'm saying. He had a bit like Pogba when he left Man United and went to Juventus. He went there and won the Italian Championship a few times. He's gone there.
And unfortunately, Pogba ain't won anything. Ain't won the league yet, should we say?
Yeah. Where? He won the
United,
league in Juventus.
At Man United. At Man United.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So he's moved across. Excitement from United. Are you winning the league now? Yes or no?
We still need other parts. There's other cogs we need still. But listen,
we know that, Joel. We know that. Forget that. We'll talk about
Joel's skin and teeth laughing hard. Look. Because we signed Sancho. He's pissed. He's pissed.
Why would it?
Massively.
We got
Forget about what else we need. Yeah, cool. Forget about what else we need. What problems does he fix here now for United?
On the right-hand side and the left-hand side, we haven't got a winger who goes on the outside. Goes on the outside and across the ball. That's what you need. He can play right wing, he can go left wing, he can go both ways. He plays with both feet. But on that right wing, as well as Mason's done, and I'm a massive Mason Greenwood fan, out there having a winger, this is Man United. Always associate yourself with wingers. Always have done over the years. And when any of our most successful times, there's been wide players who can go on the outside and cross the ball.
This isn't a criticism, but Mason's tendencies are to drift towards the D, aren't they? Like he's a striker.
He wants goals.
Yeah.
He wants to come in.
He cuts in there.
Which is a good element. It's a good aspect. But Jadon will give you both options. And for a fullback, terrible news.
Who was that man for you in your 07-08 team? Like, in terms of like wingers coming in and crossing the ball, because the way I saw it on the pitch, you had Ronaldo who was playing in a weird kind of position, obviously Rooney, but who would you say was your like wide man?
Cristiano, Nani,
Nani,
Jason Park.
Rooney played there a bit.
Like Rooney played there sometimes, but the thing with all of them, they'd all go both ways. Nani was a ridiculous player. If Man United had Nani now, what they'd give to have him? Obviously Sancho's come now, but he was. But we talk about it in our WhatsApp group about Nani. He was a bad player, proper.
So what was it that people found frustrating about him then?
It was just a consistency with his end product. He'd do things in training that would blow your mind, like shift it, bang, left and right foot, top corner, like hardest shot you've seen. But then in a game, you only get, that's maybe one, he might do that twice out of 5 in training, and then all of a sudden in the game, you've got to do it like 1 out of 2. And you don't get that many opportunities to shoot. So sometimes he's hitting it, it's going in the stand. Because he was so like, sometimes really like just bang. And it was a little bit wild at times with him. But the only thing at criticism with Nani, if he could have just slowed down in them moments, maybe in his brain, when he shifted it and was running at full pelt, he was so quick. If he could have slowed that situation down just as he's going to go and shoot, like what Cristiano, what the Messis, what the top players do, he would have been a different category, man.
Do you know what it was? He wasn't Rooney or Ronaldo.
Yeah,
and sometimes that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be
he
fair,
was there with Rooney
great player, man.
But to be fair, that's like Sancho. Like, he gets in those positions and he's cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah, that's
which we appreciate about him.
That's the beautiful thing about him. The game doesn't quicken up in his mind. He gets into them fast situations where for a lot of players it goes hazy, it goes grey, that it becomes a bit of a disturbed picture. There's clarity. His is a clear picture still, running at full speed or not, and the game slows down in his mind. That's the way he sees it in pure HD. Do you know what I mean? So That's the element that he's going to bring. But the element of going out on the outside, beating the fullback and crossing it, and then the Mason Greenwoods, the Cavani's, the Rashford coming in from the other side, we should be getting more goals from them scenarios this season. We will add to the attacking variety that we will have in a red shirt.
Because he's not just goals. He is goals, but he's
Creative.
as many, if not more, assists.
Yeah.
Which is the big thing that United, like, Rashford gets some assists, but it's goals.
Yeah.
Bruno gets some assists,
And
but
penalties.
it's goals.
And pens.
Yeah, but I think if you took all
Goals.
away his penalties, he's still the highest midfield goal scorer in Europe. So.
Do you know what about Sancho as well? What I'm really looking forward to is that ability to drag players to him, because he's a scary talent and he can embarrass people, and people are going to be like, listen, when he gets it and we're 1v1, I need you to get over quick and help. There's some players that demand that when you're defending against it. He's one of them. And what that does then, if there's 2-3 players coming out, Grealish does it, 2 or 3 players come, then it's about the intelligence. Who's free? Where's the next free person? Where's that person moving now who's actually been freed up? That's the difference. And that's what Man United, as good as the players we've got, we haven't got that manipulator who would drag people out of position.
Is that United's problem then? Because we've been like dragged over to the left. Shaw likes playing on the left. Rashford likes playing on the left. Pogba likes playing on the left. Everyone gravitates towards that left-hand channel. You might have a striker in the centre. You've got Greenwood on the right who's dragged himself over to the centre, but maybe on the right-hand side of the centre. And then you've got like maybe Wan-Bissaka in acres of space. As an opposition defence, are they looking at this and going, he's not a threat in Wan-Bissaka. Let's stack to the right-hand side, their right-hand side, our left-hand side, and deal with the major threats that are here.
Yeah, it gives us more balance in our attack, more variety now.
So we're just going to see more space because...
Like, for instance, if I was playing against Man United, I wouldn't be worried about Wan-Bissaka coming forward. I'd let him have the ball. He'd be probably the main player that I'd say have the ball as well as the centre-halves. Give him the ball, and Fred, they're not going to pass through us. They're not going to play intricate balls behind people. If people make runs and find them, more time they won't. So let them have the ball. Whereas now, if Sancho's hanging out there, that whole back 4 or back 5 can't shift completely over there to look after Rashford, Shaw, Bruno, Pogba, etc. Not when you're leaving Sancho 1v1. You do that at your peril.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier on, Steve, that he said no to Pep Guardiola. He was so confident in his ability. He came through the Watford ranks at the academy. When was you first aware of Sancho and his talents?
So one of my best friends kind of helped him, was with him growing up.
Okay.
Like,
so you knew about him?
I knew about
for a
him
minute.
from when he was a baby. Like, my friend said to me, "Listen, this kid is going to be mad. His name's Sefan. I got to give him a shout out. Sefan Zult, his name is.
Yeah.
He, from when he was like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, was saying, and he was like taking him training and doing stuff with him. And I'm sure Jadon would tell you himself, like, he played a significant role in his early stages. But he's always said to me, Rio, this kid's different. He's got mad talent. And I never really see him because I was busy playing and off doing my thing. I never really see him. And he used to say to me, Rio, man, watch out, this boy, his name's going to be up in stars.
Really?
I used to say, Rio, this guy's got belief, man. He was seeing it. And then all of a sudden, he's at Watford doing his thing. And I know his dad as well. And then all of a sudden, his dad... I used to play football training and stuff sometimes with his dad. But then all of a sudden, he moved from Watford to Man City, and my friend was saying, see, I told you.
Oh, so that's when you...
Yeah, then I was like, right, let me just find out. And then I knew some people at City, and I'm asking questions, and they're saying, Rio, this kid's fire. He's different. They've got Foden, and we've got Sancho. Who's better? Who's better? That's all I was saying. Who's better? Some people say Foden, some people say Sancho. But he was a certified, yes, he's going to be a baller, just a matter of time. And then obviously, Pep comes to Man City, and this kid, the difference is, from what I was told as well about him at this time, he's expecting to play now.
Yeah.
I'm good enough, that confidence.
You saw him at the Under-17s World Cup as well. What were your thoughts then?
Yeah, so I went and met them. I went and met that squad before they went to the
You
tournament.
got a bit of pep talk, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done a little talk. They asked me, Dan Machichi, who was the manager there at the time, asked me to come, and he was a good friend of mine. He asked me to come and do a little motivational speech to the boys before going to the tournament.
Yeah.
And it was like you see the video. You got the faces in there: Foden, Sancho, Sessegnon,
Angel Gomez in there as well.
I'm not sure if Angel was there. Yeah, there's a kid. The kid Pervader at Leeds.
the one- yeah.
Yeah,
He's in Jamaica, right? Well,
yeah,
he
see
was
him
in
with his
Jamaica
braids.
in the Euros. Yeah.
But yeah, all them enough talented boys in that squad, and they just sat there and listened. And you don't expect it to accelerate so quick from that stage. They go and win the World Cup under 17s, but they all knew that like him and Foden were the jewels in the crown. Yeah, that it was just because I asked them questions. Who's the main man here? Tell me who's the main man to the coaches, and they're like this. Sancho, Foden.
That City team had Foden, it had Sancho, it had Diaz. Remember him?
Ibrahim.
He's a player. I used to go and watch those, the midday games at Carrington, under 18s that they'd have sometimes.
Yeah.
I used to love going watching them because there's like 3 people watching them. And you get to actually really watch the game. And I went into one, it was like a Tuesday afternoon, 11 o'clock. It's United versus City. I've gone in there. And I'd seen Sancho a couple of times, and I was like loosely aware of some of the better players that was coming through City. As he walked past us, like, "Hey, don't you fancy playing for a big club one day?" And he laughed at us, and I was like, that happens, I guess. I didn't know if he supported United, didn't know if he supported City. There's a couple of people I know knew him, and I think was involved in bringing him to City. And they bring him on. I think they brought him on second half. I was holding my breath when he got the ball because he was hurting us.
Dangerous.
There's not many players. I mean, academy football's pretty beige. Diaz is a player. You could see Foden was a player. There's another lad, is it Tommy Doyle, player. But Sancho, when he was getting on the ball, he was playing left wing at the time as well, and he was picking the ball up and just going straight through the heart of United's defence, and he just causing havoc. And you're like,
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell academy football was easy. They destroyed a couple of times. Those boys played against Arsenal as well. Like they were playing youth team stuff, and you could just tell it was mad easy, super easy. So yeah, no surprise there. But saying that, Sancho is the man now. Any messages for Jadon Sancho now that he's a United player?
Just immerse yourself in everything about the club, man. Just work hard. I think I ain't got to tell him on there. That's what he does. He loves his football, but work hard and make sure that everything you do is about being a success at Man United and being the best you can be there. Don't let nothing sidetrack you or take you away. Be you, entertain, end product is what you're about, and just bring that to the table. But your focus, please, just the energy and focus, just be solely football.